I'm Professor Pete Mackey, and I work in the School of Geography and Planning at Cardiff University, and my role in ADR Wales is as the Housing and Homelessness theme co-lead with Dr. Ian Thomas. The starting point for our research in the housing and homelessness theme is to improve our data. So we're working closely with Welsh Government to acquire new local authority administrative data on homelessness. That's our starting point, and we're hoping to have that, at least the first local authorities data in fairly soon. The question that underpins all of the work in this theme is the question of how do we make Wales a country where homelessness is rare, brief and unrepeated? That's our underpinning question. And so the evidence that we're looking to generate firstly looks at, in terms of local authorities in Wales who are primarily tasked with responding to homelessness, what works for whom and in what context in terms of those local authority actions. Specifically, we're going to look at rapid rehousing. That's an agenda that's a real priority in Wales, and we're going to try and interrogate how that's being working, who it's working for, who it's not working for. Then we're going to step back a little bit and look at interactions between homelessness and other areas of severe and multiple disadvantage, so things like substance misuse, criminal justice engagement, and look at those overlaps and try to identify if there are points at which we might seek to prevent homelessness through those interactions with other services. And then finally we do have some legacy work that we've carried on, particularly around the impacts of COVID and the responses to COVID in relation to people experiencing homelessness. So we've got a project ongoing where we're looking at the impacts of the vaccination rollout with people experiencing homelessness. And that's our broad programme of work. Underpinning kind of the question about why these priorities, why this agenda, anybody who's working and undertaking research in homelessness has to be doing this to change people's lives, to make things better, to look to prevent homelessness. So that's a kind of the underpinning philosophy of the why. And for us, that's meant engaging widely with third sector organisations, local authorities and Welsh Government, and particularly being driven by Welsh Government's high-level action plan to prevent and end homelessness, which gives us kind of a trajectory of where policy is trying to take us and the sorts of actions that we're looking to take, and we're trying to provide an evidence base that supports our understanding of how that's working, but also perhaps challenging and shaping new directions in that policy agenda.